Hello everyone, welcome to yet another sunny afternoon in Darlington, and today we're going to be steaming two of my engines, the Stuart S50 and the Cotswold Heritage Cirrus beam engine. So first we're going to run the Stuart S50 and then the beam engine. So let's get to prepping with the S50. First we need to fill the displacement lubricator. It's already pretty full from a short steaming I did yesterday. So now we need to lubricate all the moving parts. Whilst waiting for some steam to be raised, I'm going to lubricate the Cirrus. So because this hasn't yet got a displacement lubricator, I put a few pumps of oil in through the inlet like that, and then lubricate all the moving parts, including parallel motion. Now we have around 15 psi on the gauge, so I'm going to attempt to warm up or start, or at least warm up the Stuart. So here we go. So the first thing condenses the water. Just letting that warm a bit more. Give it a bit more steam, see, even more water in there. It should start now. Here we go. So straight away, once it had warmed up, see the steam, the exhaust is mostly steam now. Now this engine does have drain cocks, but they're not in the right place, so I don't use them. Now because this has a double acting cylinder, it can do quite slow runs, so let me show you this. This engine, although to be honest it is a bit small, does have a lot of power, so let's see how much power it can give out. You see that? I'm pushing it down, it's still going. Alright, stop there. It is a very powerful engine for its size, and quite fast as well. So the engine does use quite a bit of steam, so if I turn the steam up right up, it will start to drain the boiler. So what I'll do, I'll get the boiler to a low pressure so I can get the Cirrus ready. Once the pressure's built up again, we can run the Cirrus. So here we go. Now take it up in notches, don't want to give it full steam straight away because it might blow the pipe off. As you might be able to hear, the engine RPM has decreased, signifying that the steam pressure is dropping. So I'll give it full steam now, use up this excess steam, and then we'll connect the Cirrus. That is full steam now. So we are now at, well, the gauge is at 0. So I'm going to turn steam off to this and put it on the Cirrus. So I hope you enjoyed this short segment about the S50, but now we're going to have a look at the Cirrus. The Cirrus is now connected to the steam line, so we're going to give it some steam and at least trying to warm up the cylinder, because this cylinder, believe it or not, it takes a bit more steam to run than the S50. So here we go. This is the point I realise. It might be a good idea to light the fire. We are now at 15 psi and I'm going to try and warm up, or if not, start the engine. Now I'm going to see if I can get a nice slow run out of the engine. As I mentioned in the video about the Cirrus, it's very important to keep an eye on the level of water in your boiler. You can see mine's about halfway, so we're okay, but once the Cirrus is out of steam, I'm going to shut the boiler down. But the way, if occasionally you get air bubbles in those water pipes, so the way you remove them is you get this valve here, called a blowdown valve, and give it a quick twist. And see, the water goes down. I'll do it again so you can get a better look. But the water goes down and comes back up like that, using the steam, which then gives you a clear reading of how much water is in your boiler. A few of the oiling points have gone a bit dry now, so whilst the boiler is raising a bit more steam, I will lubricate the engine again. We've raised pressure again, so I'm going to try and start the engine. But that has killed the steam in the boiler. He's lovely, isn't he? What should I call him? I'll call him Bob. Bob the Blackbird. Hey Bob. So I may as well tell you what I know about these engines whilst the boiler's raising steam. So I bought both these engines from Keith Appleton, who you all know from YouTube, and both these engines are featured on his videos. I'm going to leave some links in the comments and the description to the videos where he showed these two engines. This engine he didn't do much with because it was really good. This engine was a ruin when he got it. It was horrible, but he's made it into the wonderful piece of machinery it is, and these are two of the finest machines in my collection, and it's a tribute to Keith's amazing mechanical abilities. Wow, in that short yabba, we've got steam up, so let's get the Cirrus going. Let's answer an age-old question. Can a Stuart power a Cotswold? Let's find out. So got the steam going into the Stuart. Actually no, what I'll do, disconnect the Cirrus first to let the Stuart warm up, and then I'll put the Cotswold on. Let's try it now. We need to build a bit more steam first. Well, let's give it a go. There we are, the Stuart is powering the Cirrus. And to give you a bit of idea, here's an up close. They're running out of steam because they're both quite steam hungry engines. Let's just connect the Cirrus back up. So this is now the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and for the final time, let's get the Cirrus going.